Hey Cap, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all having a good day. I'm going to check the present energy, see what wants to come out. If this does resonate, like, share and subscribe. It's always greatly appreciated. Coming out of illusion, present energy. Time to take the blindfold off. For many of you already have. The advice is to let go. Don't let greed take over. Feels like you could be feeling like you want to move in an impulsive manner, reacting on emotion, wanting something to work right now, maybe doing things you wouldn't maybe do or that aren't true to you just to get something done, because it feels like this is coming from fear. Needing money by a certain time, needing to create something or needing to do something and wanting it now. There's something about that. It feels like an illusion's been lifted, something's clear, and it could have really fueled you to want to move yourself out of something. It's like, yeah, you did need to see this. This was meant to fuel you, but don't go into some kind of destruction mode. It's like, utilize this energy. Don't let it take over. It feels like you may be debating whether to do things that you would never dream of doing for the sake of money or for the sake of something physical. It does feel like a test of not betraying yourself at this time. There's pain connected to what's now understood, some illusion that's been shattered. But don't let that pain become detrimental. It's meant to show you something, teach you something. There's a lesson there, there's a message there. It's going to be liberating, because by you accepting whatever this is, that something is a way you didn't want it to be, but by accepting that, it's like there's freedom in that. Maybe someone you were loyal to, it means now you're not going to be loyal to them. Feels like it's heartbreaking. But it's creating space for something else, something that you're meant to do, something that you're meant to receive. Try not to take things personally. Certain energies aren't coming with you into this new season. Feels like you're aware of this. But instead of being angry about it or angry at what others have done to you, it's like trying to see it in a way that is freeing. It's something to not have to think about right now. It's something else not to carry. By being burnt now, you're not going to be burnt later, because you can protect yourself in terms of setting boundaries with certain people, places or things. Four of Pentacles. Yeah. There's a message coming in the near future. It feels like an opportunity to do with business, to do with finance, a new job, something that's going to bring in a lot of money. Everything in the right time. Follow your gut. There's things you don't know, there's things you can't see. Don't just jump into something because it's available. Don't settle for less than what you planned for, than what you know you're worth, just to make something happen because you don't want to wait. Knight of Swords. Yeah, it's an end to stress, an end to overthinking something about something physical. Whether it's fear of losing a property, fear of losing finance, being in a state of financial lack. Trying to work out what to do to make something happen, how to make something fit. That's coming to an end. That stress is closing out in the near future, over the next couple of months, the next few months. There's something about a message coming in that's going to confirm to you that you don't need to be in that state of fear anymore, that it's safe to move forward. It may be an opportunity. Yeah, 9 of Cups. This is something you've dreamt of, something very emotionally fulfilling. Feels like something connected to your purpose, but a way that you can have fun. It's going to be a very fun adventure. But it means you being fully charged up. It feels like something was draining your energy. You needed to be in that Queen of Wands energy. It feels like someone was pulling on your light or trying to dim your light, draining you in some way. It feels like you've had to set boundaries with this or focus on yourself more. Foundational. Temperance. Foundational factors. Temperance. It feels like a lesson of patience. Mastering your own impulses. Card of Sag. It's like mastering your own fire. When to take action. That actually it's not a bad thing. That something that maybe has always got in your way, it's not a bad thing. It's just how you utilize it. It's just how you channel it. That the fire, the drive, that impulsiveness, that spontaneous energy, maybe it got in your way. You made bad decisions because of this in the past. 4-4. But it's like it's like an understanding of yourself, realizing that actually it's not that you need to change in terms of changing that fire, that spontaneity. It's just a case of balancing something out, shifting to a place where that serves you, where it doesn't destruct you. Ten of Cups and the Four of Swords. This is huge wish fulfillment, something that you've been asking for. 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups, Temperance, coming out of illusion. Feels like something's lifting, an abundance block being cleared. It's a lot of emotional fulfillment. Feels like family, being around people that truly appreciate you. There's something that you've always dreamt of, something you've been asking for. It feels like something you've been working towards. Maybe you thought to work towards this thing, and it turned out to be an illusion. Like you were building something with someone, you were building whatever. And what you thought was going to be emotionally fulfilling wasn't. But it's like you've come back to meet a lesson, Something's over and done with. Something you've asked for is coming in. It's not a case that you couldn't have what you wanted. It's a case that maybe it wasn't with the right person, or it wasn't the right time, the right setting. Something needed to be different. Feels like it's the right time now. Past energy, 9 of Swords. It feels like this is something that you've been trying to free yourself from for years. Self. How you see yourself, the Emperor. Love that. Of course you do, Kathy. King of Swords. It's very no nonsense energy. It's like I don't want to hear it. You've got things to do. You're getting on with that. Standing in your truth, making decisions. It feels like you can differentiate between when you're reacting on emotion and when you're fully in your heart space. Trusting yourself to take action. Something has been balanced out. There's a lot of blessings coming in. It feels like you could be running something in terms of a service or a business, or overseeing something. A go-to person. People come to you for advice or for the final say in something, or maybe you just make the final say in something because you're doing something for yourself. The start. 11:44. External influences. Saying the star should have been for the external influences, but I'll add that with whatever comes out and what has come out. The Magician. Yes. You hear that beep? Love that. I'm just enjoying this energy of the Magician and the Star. I don't even want to come out of it to explain what I'm feeling. It's like really finding your magic. You could be shocked at things, at the magic of things. Maybe you once doubted the magic of things. And it feels like really small things that people would see as really small things. Like little signs. Like seeing a bird that passes you that means something to you personally at a time when you need a message. It's like the magic of life. To many, the unseen of life. It feels like your values are shifting, that you're really understanding that you are the magic, that you are enough, that you don't need any external resource to make things beautiful. Of course it helps, but there's something here about maybe being with this Four of Pentacles, this Eight of Swords, Five of Swords. It's like maybe you really got pushed to a point where you had no other option but to go within. It's like the things you're creating now, the things that you're doing, 111, you wouldn't have even looked to do these things if it hadn't got so bad. It's like if you was comfortable where you was at, it feels like some of you would never have even ventured into your own creativity, the way that you have your own power. It feels like Alice in Wonderland energy. Life just becoming magical, seeing things that you didn't see. It feels like seeing the world through fresh eyes. And it feels like this means more to you than the things that you actually set out to attain in terms of physical or the money side of things. That true abundance that is in all things, like the abundance of nature. Feeling connected, feeling loved for just being you, that you're enough. Maybe there's some kind of programming that you thought you had to do more to get more. You're trying to prove yourself in some way. That it feels like a lesson of really loving yourself for just being yourself. That you don't need to do this in order to be worthy, that you're worthy before you do this. And it's like you've had to learn that you are worthy in order to be able to do this. It feels like a lesson of that. Clarify. Okay, I hope to close out Tower situations. It feels like some of you could have been dependent on a situation that you actually didn't want to be dependent on, whether it's a person, a place, a thing, like a coping mechanism. Something's coming up. So like with me and smoking, it's like for a long time trying to stop, I punish myself that I'm not good enough to start certain things until I stop, that I'm not worthy. And recently it was highlighted to me that actually I hold a belief that I'm not worthy unless, that I can't have things unless I'm a certain way. And even being like, I was in dance school from like 2 years old, or like 2. And it's like even the narratives of those kind of places, that if you're not a certain size or you don't look a certain way, that you're not worthy of this, that you're not good enough to do certain things, that there was still that narrative there. It feels like you've learned that you're worthy regardless. And this could be coming through in different ways that could be making you quite emotional. It wasn't about doing more work. That's something like the abundance blocks. It's really not about doing more. Like, yeah, you need to take action. Yeah, you need to do the work, the physical work. But there's more to things like that, or everyone that works hard and busts their ass would be rich. And it doesn't work like that. And there's something about really loving you for you. Because my narrative's like limiting beliefs because of that, because of how I was certain things in that industry was, unless you're a certain size, you look a certain way, you can't, like, you don't deserve to be wealthy, you don't deserve to be happy, Even in terms of doing readings, it's like if I eat something that I don't see as healthy, I'll be like, oh, you can't do the reading. It's like as punishment. Like, well, now you've eaten that, you don't deserve to do the reading. It's like practice what you preach. Like, you wouldn't tell someone to eat that, so now you've ate that, you don't deserve to. Or it's like if I'm not a certain size, if I'm not working out, it's like things we tell ourselves that actually we say we want certain things, but do we believe that we're worthy of having them? And it feels like there's been a lesson here that you know you're worthy. You know you're worthy now, that you don't need to be a this or a that, a certain way of doing things. You don't need to do anything but be you. It feels like you could be receiving signs to confirm this, like unconditional love from source. Even today I wanted to smoke, and the same thing with smoking. It's like if I smoke, I'm like, oh, well, now sit down in a corner and, don't do nothing for the day, like punish yourself. And today I wanted to smoke, but I was waiting. And I needed to wait until something happened to do that. And then I was like, I was like getting stressed out. Oh, this must be a sign, like, because I'm a bad person, I shouldn't be doing this. And I was like, how am I going to know when certain changes have happened so I can go and do what I want to do and go and smoke? When will I know when things have changed outside? And then as I'm having this breakdown, talking to Source, like I'm sipping my tea and just having this back and forth, like, oh, I really just feel like I need to smoke, I'm stressed out, I just want to go. And then I just hear this little tap on the door. I'm like, what's that? And as I go there, it's the cat. And I just felt this overwhelming thing of love. And I knew before I'd gone out, the cat's just come to let me know that what I needed to know had changed. As I went outside, it's like everything was calm. I could go and do what I needed to do. It's like the cat come to let me know. And it just felt like, and then I was playing some song and it was like about unconditional love. And this message of like, we love you. Like, it's you that wants to make these changes. Yeah, but it's like, love yourself, you're good enough now. Like, you're good enough right now, regardless of what you do, regardless of how people judge you, that you're worthy now. And that is what really holds many back, is the belief of that. It's like, oh, when I've got this, then I can have that. When I'm doing this, then I can have that. It's like getting a gold star, that programming. So when I'm working out every day, or when I'm, whatever kind of standard you give yourself, like setting your own standards and then telling yourself you're not worthy if you don't meet those standards. It's like, remember, you're worthy regardless. Like really owning your humanness. So it feels like there's a lot of money coming in, there's a lot of blessings coming in, something's closing out. There was a want to close a tower situation out. Feels like either with someone emotionally immature or you in some kind of codependent situation, the world, the tower, the page of cups. But just to stay in that place of love, knowing you're worthy of all of these things that are coming in, not trying to send them back. Yeah, the star on the back of the deck. There's a decision to be made. There's a decision to be made, something that needs to be said, either in a family situation or with a lover, a past lover, a friend, whatever it is. There's a decision that needs to be made. Somebody that you know doesn't serve you, or it's like something that doesn't serve you, that you're being guided to release that. A bit again with the smoking thing, it's like, yeah, there needed to be a lesson that I'm worthy with it or without it. And have the appreciation that actually it saved my life. However, is it still something I want to continue? No. So it's like there is this lesson here, and it's helped to learn that lesson. However, something does still need to change. But be kind to yourself. It's like not trying to force something. Trust that when you let go of control, things will happen to help you to shift. All you need to do is hold that intention of what you want, not focusing on what you don't want or what could go wrong or fear of not being able to do something. It's like just give it up to God, the sun. Just like let it go. 52, trust that beautiful things are coming in, whatever this is, person, place or thing that needs to be let go of. It's like you're gonna overcome this. Feels like there's something spiritual going on, like something bigger than you right now. In terms of the way you're being supported, even it may feel like you're being punished, but his trust is support. It's like you being gently shifted to where you want to be. This is what you've asked for. Trust in the bigger picture. It's like you're being helped to put down the weight that you want to put down. Maybe in the way of what I was saying, it's like maybe there was an emotional block to you stopping doing something, or something you needed to understand for you to cut someone off. It may be hurtful. It may not be. It may be heart opening. Whether something's opening your heart or something's processing emotionally, it's like you're getting to the root of something. If it is something you've seen that's hurt your feelings, that's helped you to come out of illusion, it's like focus on the fact that you're now out of illusion, not on the fact that it broke your heart. Sure, process it, but then it's like time to drop the weight. The way to do that is to be around people that bring you up. Family, friends, whatever it is. Or even just bringing yourself up. It's like be your own best friend at this time. The world, number 21. Okay, who are you? A brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. And the Empress. Time to take action, the power of creativity, success that allows for a life of luxury. Number 3. And the 7 of Autumn. Have patience and don't worry. Take time to rest and plan your next steps. A prudent investment of time or money. Some of you, it feels like you could have been in the cocoon for a minute. It's like, when is this stage over? It feels like you're coming out of that now. Activating your wings. And that's a real thing, like literally, well, it's not going to resonate for everyone, but activating your wings in whatever way that resonates with you. The desire for a more meaningful life, realizing that it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes. The armadillo, setting boundaries. Should come out in reverse. It's better to open up and find the value and strength of your vulnerability than to roll up and hide. You will experience something wonderful if you do. Vulnerability is the key to enjoying the gifts of physical life. Vulnerability, going into the wound. It's like facing things. You could have been doing a lot of shadow work. Meeting yourself with love. It's like really meeting your shadow with love, unconditional love. Treating yourself and your humanness how you would treat others, how you'd want to be treated by others. You will experience something wonderful if you do. Vulnerability is the key to enjoying the gifts of physical life. In allowing yourself to feel, a myriad of expressions are made available. For instance, a true compliment is an admiration, flow of energy. If you are afraid of being hurt and are hiding from feeling anything, you will never feel the joy of admiration from others. Hiding from your true feelings and fearing failure or rejection will amplify your need for cast iron protection. You have the power to rid yourself of these doubts and to touch the deepest parts of beingness. You will know you are doing the right thing, whether it's communicating or painting or surfing. The creation belongs to you. The only real rejection is in not trying to break out of the armor you have used to protect yourself. Is the armour now becoming a jail and your fear is the jailer? Page 150, page 151. So set yourself free, coming away from anything that's tying you down, creating space for all of this abundance that's coming in. It feels like happy times, contentment, bliss, family, feeling appreciated, very creative energy. Feels like liberation in terms of emotionally and financially. I'm going to leave it there. If this did resonate, like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you soon. Sending so much love.